I tell you what, I'm glad that game is over. Manchester United winning our 13th consecutive game at Old Trafford. 2-1 winners over Crystal Palace there today at Old Trafford. And I tell you what, current mood, hell yes. Hell yes. First of all, I'm glad I'm not watching that game anymore. Jeez, that was squeaky bum time indeed. After that, Casemiro red completely changed the complexion of a game that was totally in the palm of United's hand. But Ten Hag's team battled through that. That was genuinely a fight. That was a scrap towards the end. Palace, as soon as that red card happened, the momentum swung. They got their goal back and they were just pressing and pressure and pressure and pressure. And before I'm going to be speaking about the goals, Marcus Rashford scoring again, the Casemiro red, this has to be where we just sit back and we appreciate Lisandro Martinez. Him right there. The butcher. There's Lisandro's down in the corner as well. It's basically a Lisandro Martinez fan club. And that is exactly why there is a Lisandro. Well, maybe I'm the only member, but I'm sure you're going to be a member too. Martinez was imperious today. And we needed him. Jeez, by the end of it, we had Maguire on, we had Lindelof on, we had Varane on, we had Martinez on. It was backs to the wall. And it was a different type of win. It's not what it should have been, right? We'll speak about the Casemiro red. I'm disappointed he did that. I'll be completely honest. If someone I've praised so much for his smart decisions. But Martinez today, that right there, that's why he's so important. Because a team has to have character in all different facets and assets, if you want to call it that. And in games, in scenarios and situations where Manchester United are under pressure, our defence is under pressure. It happened against Wolves this season, happened against Leicester this season. It's happened in various other games. Wolves away too. Not just those two. Southampton. Martinez, in those situations, that's where I think we've seen the best of him. When United need to rely on him the most, when our defence needs to hold out a one-goal lead, we haven't done it in every game. All right, Crystal Palace away, and that was a magic free kick from Elise. But Martinez today, and not just him, Fred in midfield, and even after Casemiro went, he was fucking everywhere. Fred and McTominay, separate them. They're two different footballers, and in my opinion, they're two different level of footballers. Fred today was the midfield version of what Martinez was to the defence. Both of them absolutely crucial in that win, and crucial for a 3 points, which just keeps this momentum train rolling. 13 consecutive wins at Old Trafford. What's going on? Oh, is that Liverpool getting spanked 3-0 by Wolves? What a shame. Arsenal losing. What a shame. United taking advantage. Keep that momentum flowing and going. And yeah, Martinez. But Bruno Fernandes with the penalty that gave Manchester United the start that we needed to get in this game. That's what we all want. Nice early goals. Control it. Definite penalty. Hand above the head. Didn't really need to go to VAR, but it did. And it was upheld correctly. I miss those hop, skip and jumps when they work. Remember when I think he missed like one or two in a row? Can't remember. Bruno Fernandes has been, in my opinion, consistently one of our most important players this season. And in the last few weeks, he's really starting to knock in with his goals and assists. So big up Bruno and what he's doing. But this man himself, man. I triple captain him this week. Come on. Goal and an assist for Marcus Rashford today. And I'm sure you would have had him in your fantasy team too. Because Marcus Rashford right now is playing fantasy football. It's at a level that... did any of us expect him to have this sort of consistency? That's the thing that's most staggering. And I love that one up there from so many of you asked where that's from. That's from Stan Chow. And use the code UPTV10. He gave it to our community for free. But look, if you love it, go and get one for this man. Because he just keeps banging them in. Lovely, smart move. Patient build-up play from United. And that's when the game changed. Because at 2-0 up, Man United should have cruised through the rest of that. But Casemiro. I love the bloke. That's a fucking dumb thing to do. You can have a go at, I mean, don't know how you're going to have a go at anybody else for that. Regardless of whether the scrap should have happened or not, Casemiro should not have had two hands round Will Hughes' neck. Now, I think if you watch the replay, it's not like an aggressive one, like his arm's shaking, he's trying to straight. It feels like he's trying to hold him off by putting his hands around his throat. Dude, you're smarter than that, Casemiro, man. You are the king of the Schneider yellow card. The king of it. So for a man who's done that so consistently this season, to see something as wild as that, of course he won't get overturned. It means he'll miss the Leeds home, Leeds away, and I believe Leicester. So he's not going to be missing for the League Cup final. But that really was a dumbass red card, from Casemiro that won't get overturned. 3-match ban. So Sabitzer, and I haven't got a picture of Sabitzer here, but Sabitzer came on in that last 10, 15 minutes. Came on for Anthony, I believe. Bruno then went a little bit wide. Sabitzer in the middle. That was never a foul. When United were counter-attacking around the 89th minute, you can tell straight away that he's going to slot into this midfield, and we need him to. That's Casemiro now suspended for 3 games. That's Eriksen out for 3 to 4 months, and McTominay out for a few weeks. Sabitzer's going to come straight in and have to play 90 minutes. Ten Hag said he's ready and fit. I hope he is. Now, look, somebody else who I think was very impressive from a defensive perspective today was Luke Shaw. I think Luke Shaw, I think Martinez, and I think Fred really all deserve credit. And I sometimes, for some reason, I never seem to speak directly about Varane. But I think today, in terms of the centre-backs who really stood out. And as I said, it's a different side to your team that you need. When it comes to a title winning, I'm not saying we're going to win a title this year, but I'm saying when it comes to title winning teams, there's different ways they win football games. They blow teams away. And then there's other games where they really have to they're up against it. And Casemiro's red card really made that last half an hour of that game not what it should have been. Ten Hag won't be happy with that. But I tell you what, Ten Hag will be dancing at the end of that because it was a different type of game and we still got 3 points. Something that really, really disappointed me, right? And I have to say this, and I've already spoken about it on record. Ten Hag confirming before the game that Anthony Martial got another injury, another setback. You know, he's the last time he started and completed 2 consecutive Premier League games was over 2 years ago. This is why I absolutely stood firm and I said that Martial is going to have to be sold this summer. United cannot rely on him. It's not possible for a team going forward. We're a better team with him in, yes. We can't rely on him. We've got to move him on in the summer. Today, of course, was the closest home game to the anniversary of the Munich air disaster. So Patrick Vieira and Erik Ten Hag laid wreaths, and there was a minute's silence for the Busby Babes, as there should be, as there always will be. And United fans will never, ever forget that. But that game today in the... Ten Hag will be, in my opinion, pretty damn happy with the first half. It was the first half where United controlled the tempo of the game. I think we had 12 shots in that first half. We were threatening. We could have done more, yes, but it was completely in the palm of our hand. I said at half-time, if we keep this up, we're going to win this 2-3-0. That second goal went in from Marcus Rashford after Bruno's one. The second goal goes in by Rashford, and it really is plain sailing at that point. United have total control, got the second goal against Crystal Palace that we couldn't get away from home. You're thinking we're high and dry. Nobody expected that. And as I said, you can try and blame anybody else for the fact the scrap happened, but Casemiro, dude, you are an established, seasoned veteran. You are the king of the Schneider tackle. You know full well what putting 2 hands around the throat of a player can do, and it led to a red card. It means we're going to see Sabitzer starting, I would say, against Leeds, home and away, and against Leicester, because we haven't exactly got any other midfielders, but maybe Sabitzer's going to be playing deeper than we all thought. But that there today, it didn't need to be like that, but the Casemiro red caused it. We got away with it. Not away with it, but we survived it. And we survived it because this defence is there too. As good as our attackers is getting, and it continues to get better. Only Newcastle, Newcastle kept the same amount of clean sheets as us. They're playing later on today. No other team has kept more clean sheets in Europe. And that there today was about our defence more than it was about our attack. The attack did the job, but then when Casemiro went off, everything changed. And they stood firm. In particular, Martinez and Fred, for me, the 2 outstanding players for United in that game. But 3 points, 13 consecutive wins at Old Trafford. This momentum keeps on building. We're going to have to do the next 3 games without Casemiro. Interesting. I wish that wasn't the case. But no matter all these little tiny setbacks, still the team keeps ploughing forward. Now, you can let me know who your man of the match was, but... oh, mate. I love Lisandro Martinez. I know I love Casemiro too. But he was my first love this season. And it's in these games today where you have to really dig in that we really understand how good a player Lisandro Martinez is. 3 points. Tastes good.